Welcome to Digital Talk Podcast, where we spotlight entrepreneurs and innovators leveraging technology related to telecoms to drive positive global impact.
Today's episode is sponsored by IFG Consulting Europe, a leading business growth consultancy representing promising software providers selling to the telecoms, enterprise and mobile markets in Europe. Go to ifgconsultingeurope.com to find out more.
As part of the Digital Talk series, Promoting a Better World, I am here interviewing Rafael Gonzalez from MedUX at MedUX 2024 in Paris, and we'll be doing the 10 by 10 format. So welcome to the podcast. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you very much, Ian, for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here at MedUX and being a humble part of your talks.
So what brings you to the show?
As MedUX, we have been participating since 2019, more or less. I think that was the very first time that I came. It was to Amsterdam at that time. And since then, we've been participating every year. During COVID, obviously, it was a remote participation. I think it's been always a very productive event for us. It's the place for us to interact with industry peers and with clients as well, because all in all, we live thanks to our business with industry stakeholders.
So what is your business?
So MedUX is the leading internet quality of experience testing and monitoring company, and we help private and public stakeholders. So from ISPs to vendors, manufacturers, to regulatory agencies or governments understand better what's the network performance.
Okay. So a good audience here at the show for you?
Yeah, mostly on the private side, not so many governments or regulators. On the Connect France stage, there were several public entities that were very interesting to us as well. So the European Commission, also ARCEP, the French regulator, etc., but mostly on the private side.
Okay.
And we had the opportunity to showcase our latest innovations and our initiatives. So actually, one of them is very much related to what you are doing and what you are promoting here. The very first initiative is our 5G quality of experience benchmarking. And we are measuring major European cities to transform our perception of connectivity all over the place and the importance of 5G. And on the other side, we are also promoting our multi-platform quality of experience suite to ensure that there is a seamless customer experience, irrespectively of what access technology you are using, no matter whether it's fiber cable, the old copper, the old good copper, or Wi-Fi, 5G, whatsoever. Yeah.
It's obvious from a perspective of you're here to meet some new people and some old friends. Also got a new offering, as you just said. So you also knowledge sharing. I guess you have to somehow also make people aware and have these discussions about quality of experience and how does that look in a 5G world, because it must look slightly differently to the old testing, right?
Yeah, we of course have met with our old friends and existing clients, but we also have the opportunity to meet new people, many interested parties in our way of testing and monitoring, which is mostly focused on the end user, which is the important part in all the struggles of network and services. So how we perceive the connectivity. And on this regard, our 5G benchmarking campaign will have its third edition in the coming weeks, actually. So we just announced and also invited private and public stakeholders to participate, but most importantly, national and regional governments, because it's part of our not-for-profit initiative. And we invite them to join us to extend the coverage of our research study.
Okay. If we're looking at the industry as a whole, what do you think is the most hyped topic?
I would say that AI, I think it's the most overused or misused word. I wouldn't say that it is an overhyped topic, because I really believe in the power of transformation of artificial intelligence. But I think it's almost everywhere and not always for a good reason.
Yeah.
Okay. But when it comes to unmet expectations and coming back to the 5G world, I think 5G has not really lived up to the expectations that we initially had from the technology, at least in Europe. Maybe in other regions, APAC or Middle East or North America, there are other leading peers and leading countries where they really have benefited from the full potential of the technology.
So on that, just where do you think we are on the 5G journey in Europe? Are we still early on?
What we have seen in recent reports, relevant reports from the industry, such as the 5G Observatory or the State of the Digital Decade, I think they are very relevant references for discussion. And what we have seen is that the most common implementation of 5G has been dynamic spectrum sharing, which is truly not 5G.
Yes.
It is just reusing the 4G spectrum, and you are degrading at the same time the 4G capabilities. And with standalone, we're really lagging behind. Okay, so and not only, I think it's even more important than that. In order to really benefit from the full potential of technology, we really would be implementing and deploying in mid-band at 3.5 gigahertz, where you can really have wider spectrum to deploy your networks. And this is not what we are seeing. So we are lagging behind in front of other regions.
That's interesting. So sticking at the macro level of the industry, and even though we all humble in the way we are, what advice would you like to give the telco sector about? What would you like to see, and what advice would you like to give the industry?
From my humble opinion, of course.
As your humble,
as an engineer, as an economist, and many other things, but still being far away from the topic. Post-COVID, we have really realized, and it has been widely recognized, the importance of our industry, an essential service. And since then, I think the industry has a golden opportunity to really highlight our role and find our role in the societal progress. My advice to operators first facing those issues would be to foster stronger collaboration with public entities so as to facilitate the new deployments, the new investments, and also make the returns a little bit easier, while also making sure that we achieve those strategic objectives that our region actually need to be at the forefront.
Yeah, I think you make a very interesting point, because I think there is a merger also potentially between critical networks and the ability to support critical networks and public networks. What do you see are the major changes that you'd like to see in 5 years' time, or do you expect to see in the industry?
Without using the most misused word, AI, I would rather say that automation or autonomous networks are going to be the future, where you can see self-optimizing networks being a reality. I really believe that kind of deployments will play a crucial role in what we expect from the industry, and delivering not only high quality services, but also personalized experiences that will make possible and enable new use cases with enriching experiences, no matter whether it is gaming, augmented reality, or autonomous cars. Okay. But I think that's the way forward.
So let's come back to MedUX. And so what is the project helping to promote a better world in the area of tech to good or sustainability that you're involved with?
So we are strong committed with our new corporate social responsibility program. We are celebrating our 10th anniversary this year, and we decided to find a way to give back to the industry somehow after so many years benefiting from the industry and having a very ambitious growth. I think that this program is our way to aligning with the United Nations SDGs to make sure that, considering that our belief is that the power of a more digital and connected society will enable a more inclusive and equitable future, we engage in several initiatives and also some projects to make sure that we empower bridging the digital divide, and also make sure that we have and we provide universal high quality services everywhere and for everyone.
That's good. That's a good goal. And related to the UN sustainability goals, where do you fit in, and how do you help move the needle, as we like to call it?
Coming back to the very first topic that we mentioned before on our 5G initiatives, through our not-for-profit initiative, we have invited those public stakeholders, regulatory agencies, and governments to participate in extending the scope of our measurement. And what we intend to do is basically to help them understand better what the network perception from the end users is, and contribute to the sustainability and resilience of urban communities. That might be the SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities. But we do also contribute to other SDGs. We also contribute to the quality of education, because we are measuring the quality in certain schools in Latin America. So we also contribute to SDG 8 and 9 on decent work and economic growth, and also industry innovation infrastructure, while making sure together we have private and public stakeholders the resilience of the digital infrastructure. So there are different areas and initiatives in which we are trying to give back.
It's really good, I think, to be able to think of that as to how a company is, helping to move and help the world in a better way. I think that's Fantastic news. What would you consider, other than the work you guys are doing yourself, what's the one pressing issue, if there is such a thing, that you think we need to be working on?
I think the most pressing issue, at least from my perspective, and based on my passion for the industry, is achieving universal and meaningful connectivity. So there are more than 2.9 billion people unconnected to the internet. And I think that's the most ambitious thing that the United Nations has set in our agenda. But I think it goes a little bit further to make sure that we have enriching experiences, and the connectivity must be also resilient, reliable, and fast enough to make sure that we enable new models, new opportunities in those new connected people all over the world.
That's great. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone or person or institution or some work being done that you're aware of?
If I may, I would want to recognize two of my colleagues at MedUX, if it is possible, not only one, but two. It's Ivan Wróblewski and Jaime Gonzalez, because they are making things happen. They are the ones developing our products and our solutions. We have great ideas, but without them, it wouldn't be possible to have those comprehensive and cost-effective solutions that help us bring quality of experience everywhere in the digital era.
Continue the great work that you're doing. It's been great to hear your story.
Thank you so much, Ian.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to our new podcast. If you have any feedback or know of any stories to be told involving digital technology and telecoms doing good, then please do let us know via our email, getintouch@digiteltalk.com. Also, feel free to send us a message on LinkedIn. It'd be great to hear from you.
Before we go, if you've enjoyed today's episode and would like to support the podcast, then don't forget to give us a follow and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, if you'd like to leave us a review or share it with your colleagues, it really helps us on the channel. Thanks so much for being a part of our audience today, and hopefully you'll join us next time.
That's all we've got time for, so it's goodbye from me.
And that's goodbye from him.
Bye
for now.
now.